And there wasn't enough on the ball in terms of pace to take it over the fielder. This is a good single again. And one might say poor cricket by Bangladesh, conceding that second run.
No real backup from the Bangladeshi players. He does play such an important role for New Zealand. Jacob Oram played that straight to the fielder, but then the bowler didn't even try to come back and collect it, and even the fielder, Mohammad Ashraful, couldn't pick that one up cleanly. The wicket fell down. He can play a role where you need to curb the playing strokes, and he did exactly that, Jacob Oram. That's fine, and it played it really nicely. And goes all the way and brings up his 50. What an important 50 this is for Jacob Oram and New Zealand.
Very, very clever cricket by Jacob Oram. Just getting some bat on that delivery, which was slightly wayward, and picking up a boundary.
Charges after that. Doesn't really connect in the sweetest part of the bat, but enough strength and enough follow through by the big man to take it to the boundary.
Yeah, it was a good shot. He can't afford just to sit around, especially with Dale Oram up the other end. He's either got to get bat on ball for some boundaries or rotate the strike, drop a single and run, you know. But that's a good shot down the track to the pitch of the ball. That's high in the air, and it should be taken at long on, and it is. They've got him. They've got Jacob Oram. Wow.
Well, he's trying to go over the top and paid the price. Didn't time it properly. Stayed in there for a long, long while. Said Russell was posted in the boundary just near the long on area. He waited and waited. It was there for a long time, and a very, very crucial wicket. There you see Abdul Razak just looping it in, and he's trying to hit it over the top, not timing it properly. He had the elevation, but not the length, and into the safe hands of Syed Russell, who holds onto it and falls back. He's delighted, and Bangladesh have got another one. Jacob Oram out for 57, New Zealand 174 for 8.
The new batsman is Tim Southee. 8 matches, just the 12 runs, so he's not known for his batting. The tailenders don't usually get too much opportunity in the one-day internationals. Is Tim Southee. 8 matches, just the 12 runs. Kyle Mills on strike because the batsman crossed. Well, this was so long in the air. It's a very, very good catch from Syed Russell. Beautifully taken overhead. No, that's going down leg side, I reckon.
It sure was. No doubt in the mind of umpire Nader Shah. He's really done well today with his decisions. Spearing that in was Razak. See that just drifting down leg and hitting him on the toe. All right, but it was just about on the line of the leg stump, and possibly no turn in that delivery.
But I can see this this ball coming on a bit easier for the batsman. That's the first ball driven straight down the ground for 4, and that's pretty. It's a pretty fair shot from a tail ender.
He enjoyed it. Just the youngest, possibly one of the younger players in the New Zealand team, only 20 years old, but it's right in the middle of that bat, timed it to perfection, and couldn't get straighter than that. Well played, young man.
Slow delivery, that's high and handsome. It's down to long on. 6 runs. It's been caught, but he was over the line.
Well, that was on the cards. He was looking to play that kind of a shot. The catch was taken by Shahadat, but it was long enough, and he just caught it as the ball was going over the ropes. He did well to get a hand to it and latch onto it, but it was thumped well. Element of risk at that point. Maybe we thought it might fall short. He's got his hands to it, but even the tall Shahadat couldn't keep his balance. Rolled over the boundary for 6 runs.
11 off the first 3. Full toss, high in the air again. He'll catch this one inside, and he's got him.
That's clever. That's clever. Low full toss can be a dangerous ball at the end. If you can't latch onto it, if you can't time it, the batsman's eyes lit up. He knew he had hit a six the previous delivery. This time he went for it again. It came onto him slightly quicker, the ball. And there you see, trying to hoist it over Shahadad again, but this time falling short and straight into his hands. Easy as they come. He's delighted. He's got it. First one was for 6. Next one is for a wicket. Kyle Milks on 16, gone back to the pavilion. 185 for 9.
Mark Gillespie's made his way to the crease, but he won't be on strike. 29 matches for him, just 91 runs, with an average of 15. Strike rate of 78, nearly 80. That's pretty good. They need another 20, I reckon, New Zealand. And Tim Southee looks pretty good to me. I'll put the commentator's curse on him, but he stands up nice and tall and looks like he knows how to play reasonably straight. And this is the wicket. A slower delivery again. He cut his fingers across it, but it was a full toss. And taken. Well, that's in the air, and it's down to long on again. It's gone all the way. That's very, very handy from Tim Southee.
The youngster really attacking. He moved away and then had to reach, but still went through that shot. You see, moving backwards, then had to reach for that. Still got enough bat on it and struck it nicely over the top. 6 very crucial runs for New Zealand.
Maybe too many slow balls, slower deliveries. That one that he just cuts across the seam from Mortaza. This should be quick and at middle stump. He's got it along the ground down too long on. Now, they were in trouble, in a lot of trouble early, were New Zealand. Jacob Oram came in and they should have had him twice. He'd hardly scored. This is a hiccup here. Hesitation. Went again. Should have been run out easily. Missed. Very early on this. He hadn't got to 5 runs here. And there's another one. Should have been gone again. Now that could be the match. These little hiccups along the way. It's got the single. Mortaza would like to take 5 for here. He's the 4th Bangladeshi bowler to take 4 wickets in a match versus New Zealand after Aftab Ahmed, who got 5 for 31. Nazmul Hussain got 4 for 40, and Mohammad Rafiq got 4 for 63.
And his career best is 6 for 26 against Kenya at Nairobi, 4 for 31 against Zimbabwe, and 4 for 38 against India, 4th of Spain. He's doing well, 4 for 38 so far. To finish off with a 5 would be wonderful.
Oh, that's a bit of a waste. I guess he reckons a dot ball's fair enough, but he'd like to knock him over.
Well, he saw Tim Southee actually shaping to move away, and that's why he dropped the ball shot. It was a slowish bouncer. Wasn't going to take any chances of getting the ball near the bat. He's been struck for 2 sixes the last 2 overs, in this one and the previous one. So he'd be pretty satisfied for the sake of the country, his team, more than himself.
That's in the air again, and he should be taken a deep backward square. And, oh, he's dropped him. A sitter.
Mahmoudullah Riyad had taken 2 catches earlier, but this was a sitter. This was the easiest of takes. And there you see, he's got his hands up nicely, but it just slips through his fingers. That's a bad, bad drop. Really can't allow that. Mahmoudullah Riyad must be ruining the fact, and Mashrafi Mortaza missing out on his 5-wicket haul.
Yes, he misjudged that. He's still got a chance for 5 wickets. He's got 1 ball remaining. They've got to 197. They want 200. He should wind up here and swing. And he's got him. He's got him to 200. He's hit the last ball for 4. They've got to 201 for 9, and that's a pretty good result after being in trouble early on. And this is New Zealand's lowest total versus Bangladesh. The previous lowest was 224 all out at Chittagong in 2004. So they'll be happy with that. Extremely happy. After being 79 for 6 at one stage, he should have had his 5 for, but he went for 14 in the last over.
Yes, that's not going to make him very happy. That's what we are talking about, that it might have been better to have the spinners on, but Mashrafi Mortuza bowled with a lot of heart. The team members are delighted with his performance, and they should be happy with what they've achieved today, restricting New Zealand to 201 for 9 and 50 overs. A good toss to win early by the skipper Mohammad Ashraful. A good decision taken under these conditions. New Zealand have some supporters in the ground, and it's good to see that we have support from all around.
So there it is. Jesse Ryder got them away to a good start. McCullum really struggled today, got 14, and then they crashed. Howe for 7, Taylor for 2, Styris for 4, Flynn for 6, then a partnership of 70 from 117 deliveries from Oram and Vittori, and then a Southey 19 at the end got them to 201, which might just be enough with their powerful all-round bowling attack.
The bowling has been exemplary. Mortuza with 4 for 44 of 10 overs has been the backbone of the Bangladeshi bowling innings and made way for Abdur Razak for 3 for 33, 2 wickets, 1 each for Shahadat and Saqib Al Hasan, and Bangladesh bowlers can feel very proud of what they've achieved.
All in all, simple equation, just over 4 an over off your 50 overs. Looks comfortable enough, but this surface, playing a few tricks early on with the new ball, then the spin comes into its own. And of course, the Kiwis have got the runs on the board. Interesting to see how the medium quicks go for New Zealand. Mills, Gillespie and young Southey up against Iqbal here. Young man as well, but he's got a bit of experience with almost 50 matches. Healthier strike rate, and he'll want to get that average up over 30 in the next wee while.
Junaid Siddiqui, 20 years of age, just 9 matches for him, and good opportunity for both these openers, because if you look at the target, it's not a big one here, so it would be mightily pleased the Bangladeshi camp. Kyle Mills will start the proceeding. 85 matches, 123 wickets, best of 5 for 25,
and a haircut to boot in this humidity of Bangladesh. Here we go. And a little loose now. That gets smashed back down the ground all the way for 4. Good start for the home side.
and just listen to the roar after that shot from Tamim Iqbal. He doesn't hold himself back. He likes to play strokes, and if anything is pitched up, he'll definitely play it towards the boundary. Look at that. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Just put the bat to the ball, and it's 4 all the way. Good start for Bangladesh and Tamim Iqbal.
Gillespie now tries the off cutter, and he just gets into the pads, and he will pay the price. 4 more.
Things looking pretty for Bangladesh. We saw both these batsmen driving on the up towards the offside, and this time around Tamim Iqbal playing very nicely off his pads, clipping that one to the boundary. Beautiful shot. Batting conditions definitely much better if you compare it to when New Zealand came on to bat. It's a really good toss to win.
Now it's Mills's turn. And he's gone, just like that. Suddenly, a wicket goes and the state of the game can change. Mills gets the breakthrough.
You mentioned earlier that Tamim Iqbal can be an explosive batsman, but once in a while he just gets carried away. And if you take a look at the replay, just look at the delivery, how far it is away from the batsman. Just look at that. That's a wide delivery, playing from the crease, and that is a fantastic catch by Styris. Wicket number 1. He goes back for 12. It's 18 for 1.
The keeper comes out, young Rahim, just 20. He's played a few games. And he needs to get that average up a bit. and that strike rate as well. Best of 57. But Iqbal fell to a good catch, smart catch. One you expect taken, of course, at this level all the time. And Styrus got one that flew, because watch the feet, they don't go. So he doesn't move his feet at all, but thrashes at it. And a good stretch there from Styrus. So just as we're saying, the two left-handers were going nicely. Only got to 18, got there quickly. Iqbal 12 from 12. But all of a sudden you get a wicket, one can get two. And here's the experience of Styrus, standing wider, more of a second slip position. And Mills, you can see he's relieved really. Hasn't been one of his best starts, but having said that, he's got 1 for 11. So get it through the infield, as I was going to say, and that's a beauty. He didn't go through the infield, he went over the top. That's a big one. That's 10 from the over, that's the 50, and it's 50 for 1.
Yes, he may be a small man, Mushfiqur Rahim, but plays some big shots. See, the timing was impeccable there. Picked it up beautifully. And that soared over that long on boundary. And this is what timing really could do. It might be small, but you don't need all that power if your timing is as good as that.
Yeah, in the air, and will be safe. And we'll go for 4. I don't know what happened there with Gillespie. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the replay. Made to look a clown there.
Well, Gillespie is going to say it was an awkward bounce. It's a double-paced stadium. because there's a double-paced wicket, but in this instance it's the outfield which outfoxed him. They're just checking his shot, I thought, at the last moment. He could have gone full swing, and he didn't know. All over the place, wasn't he? He didn't know what was happening. Didn't judge it at all. It just spun back slightly.
Catch it! Pulled away, and that's out. In the air. Bit of a wild shot. That ball was meant to be hit, but was not able to keep it along the ground. All that hard work in vain. Mushfiqur Rahim, he departs.
That's a big blow. Mushfiqur Rahim looking good, but not good enough. Losing his cool in this over. Just trying to heave it and trying to get a boundary. Scott Styrus, they were short, went down on his knees, couldn't time it. Straight into the hands of Jesse Ryder. Soft dismissal. A big wicket. Wicket number 2 for New Zealand. Mushfiqur Rahim back up in the pavilion for 30. It's 85 for 2.
Mohammad Ashraful, the captain, strides in. He's arguably the best batsman in the Bangladeshi team. Still averaging 22.78 in his ODIs. Certainly he's capable of far better things. And what better opportunity than now to try and steer Bangladesh to victory. See, Styrus, in some sort of desperation, I would imagine, ducked that up one in short. Mushfiqur Rahim's eyes lit up, but just managed to hit it without much control. Catch it! That's beautifully struck. Took it on the half volley. Again, the method that Siddique has been using displayed there. 25 overs bowled, 90 for 2. Catch it! Oh, just falling short of Styrus. Lunging forward to pick it up. He'll be disappointed.
It's on the way, boys, on the way here.
And just have another look at whether did it carry or just dying down in the end. Came very quickly on to him. That's nicely played by Junaid Siddique, bisecting the two fielders and going in for 3 very comfortable runs, bringing up the 100 for Bangladesh.
It's a good milestone to achieve. It's just 2 wickets down, and certainly has brought the crowd to life.
Oh, down the track, and there it is. Congratulations. He's made his first 50 in one-day international cricket.
Very, very well compiled 50. He's been sedate, he's been careful, he's been patient. He's picked his shots very nicely, and he's played according to the requirement of the innings. It isn't a big target to go for. There's no need to chase after runs. As we see his skipper just nudging. The Bangladeshis have got to keep the scoreboard ticking along. They've got a lot of wickets in hand, and just going back to the point that they might be falling back behind on the run rate. I think that is something that always worries me, as it does you. But I'm sure they've learned from their mistakes. There is a positive attitude about this team I've seen so far. They've kept their cool so far, and I just hope they carry on doing so.
Down the track. And that's 4 more. It's a very, very handy over. 7 from it, 108 for 2. Pretty hard to get away on a slow track. Good shot. That's a good cricket shot from the skipper. 4 more.
He has waited and waited till he got a ball that he was sure to put away to the boundary. He's sure of that shot, driving it square of the wicket. This is very, very crucial, because Ashraful's mentality, his natural instincts, always urge him to go after the bowling. He's curbed those instincts. He's wait for the ball, just angle that bat, open the face enough to send it through the point region, to put away Scottish Towers for 4 runs.
Well, that's up a shot, and that'll go all the way to the boundary. It was there for the taking, and look at the crowd on its feet, sensing that Bangladesh will go over to the target of 202 set by the New Zealanders.
Going with the tactic of banging it in is Tim Southee. And at the moment, the black cap bowler is coming second. You do not give a player of Ashraful's talent any width like that. And then he strays there, and it'll cost 4 more. Big over this, 11 from it, and there's still a delivery to come. 4-leg buys, but the lines and the lengths at the moment from young Southee, not great.
Definitely under pressure. Just Southee pitching a couple of short pitch delivery, and then way down the leg side. Very good over so far for Bangladesh. 11. There you go, just clipping the outer edge of the pads. Very nicely played. 12 coming in that over. A very good over. Bangladesh, after 36 overs, up 147 for 2.
Could this be the match winning partnership for Bangladesh? Ashraful, the skipper, and Siddiqui. Get home and finish the job off. Still a fair way to go. They still need 55 to win it. But that run rate now has come under 4. One stage it was up around 4.6, but just lately. 29 from that last 5 tells a story. And now Vettori just been picked off.
It's some really good stuff from the Bangladeshi bowlers, and also from the batsmen. They've lost early on Tamim Iqbal, but they then lost a quick wicket after that. Mushfiqur Rahim and Tamim Iqbal. Tamim Iqbal was the one who got dismissed. But then Junaid Siddiqui and Mushfiqur Rahim, were the ones who put on 67 runs for the second wicket, and now again 63 in between Junaid Siddiqui and the captain himself, Mohammad Ashraful. Some good, sensible cricket. You'll always be paying big dividends if the top order, especially the opener, bats through, and that's exactly what Junaid Siddiqui has done. He's still in the middle, and he's moved on to 67. Short, wide, one more. Add that to 150 for Bangladesh. This has been a very good display from the Bangladesh team. Much needed one.
Getting quicker too with those 50s. A little bit of a bottom edge, but it certainly was there. Vettori scratches his head, but really a difficult chance. It was so late in terms of the execution with the cut. It's a bottom edge that has gone through there onto the pad, in fact, of McCullum. This one dragged down. He saw Siddiqui coming, Vettori, and just dragged it down, but it still cannot prevent more runs. Another single. 4 from this over. And this is this late cut. Late dab he was trying to perform there. Got a little bottom edge. Starts with a very short, nasty little delivery, and it is welcome to the game. Jesse Ryder gone for a boundary with a loosener.
Nice little touch from Junaid Siddiqui on that occasion. But then again, just pulled a muscle here. Well, he's been there for a long time. He was in the field, probably those cramps. Should not bother him because of the fact that he's so close to the victory. They need 47 to win from 77. Just take a little bit of time to get himself up and running again. Physio there, it's giving him the treatment. Flinging those liquid does help a lot because he's lost quite a lot of liquid since batting. That's the boundary. Easy picking, wasn't it? He was out of the tracks pretty quickly. Probably that stretch. Yes, that's where you pull that muscle. And with that score, he moves on to 72 and becomes the highest scorer against New Zealand. The previous best was Mohammad Ashraful, scored 70 in Auckland in the year 2007. And it's now Junaid Siddiqui. Has been a very good performance. It has been a very good team effort altogether. Absolutely brilliant to see, watch these youngsters making an effort to win after such a long time. Huge crowd here as well, sensing that they will see a chance and now get an opportunity to see the team win and making history. They have never beaten New Zealand in an ODI.
Siddiqui, that is. And again he strays right, and he'll go for 4 more. Down to fine leg yet again. The first ball and the fourth ball have gone for boundaries in that area.
And look at that crowd. They love it. Absolutely delighted to see the young Tigers doing what they wanted the team to do for a long, long time. 37 to win from 70 deliveries. Things looking really good for Bangladesh. Can they make history here? Can they go on from here to win their first ODI against New Zealand?
There goes the momentum, and Ashraful. He's got the dancing shoes on here. Confidence reigning supreme from the little skipper. You just feel it, can't you, that momentum thing, and you just see it so often from this wee fella. Likes to go, and when he does, Play shots all around the clock. And he is so confident in the bats these days. Look how big that looks. I know he's not a big man, but edges on the cricket bats these days. Nice comeback from Vettori.
Mohammad Ashraful has been quite proactive as a captain when he came on to win the toss and decided to field first, rotated his bowlers, made good changes, and had Mashrafi Murtaza bowled for a longer period of time when he picked up those 3 quick wickets. Even though they couldn't break through the opening partnership, they put on 47, the New Zealand openers, but kept him on. Down the wicket, smashing shot all the way for 6. Super stuff from the captain, leading from the front.
Captain versus captain. He says, I'll have some of this from Dan Vettori. Now, Vettori backed himself and gave it a bit of air. And I tell you what, Mohammad Ashraful backed himself as well. Look at this. Gives it some loop. Uses his feet beautifully. Doesn't quite get to the pitch of it, but goes through in the execution superb. 13 off that Vettori over. It's 173 for 2.
Kick outside edge, 4 more.
Crowd are going berserk. They're loving this. Gave himself room, did Mohammad Ashraful, and went through with it. Bowler searching for the Yorker. Look, he's gone outside leg stump, has Ashraful, and a bit of fortune for him. Still on 49. Make that 50. He's going to look for 2 here, and he'll get it. Crowd on their feet as the skipper brings up his half century.
He was in tremendous pressure, came onto this game, and what an innings he has played for his country. 15th ODI 50 for Mohammad Ashraful, and it couldn't have come in a better time. Restricting New Zealand when they came on to bat with 201, and then coming back and playing a gem of a knock, the captain himself.
And he's not done yet. He's going for a very wristy late square drive. Enzo Gillespie over 40 gone now, 181 for 2.
.21 runs now from 60 deliveries and 8 wickets in hand. Southey, it's over the top again as well, and it might go all the way. Yes, 4 more.
Mohammad Ashraful just wants to finish it off quickly. He doesn't want to vacillate around, and in this mood there's no stopping him. The partnership 100 runs coming in very good time now, with runs coming in at a very rapid pace. He's such an innovative player. There's nothing much anyone could do. Driven down the ground, but well fielded indeed.
Let's go.
Look at that. 57 from 49 for Mohammad Ashraful in this partnership. 40 from 49 for Junaid Siddiqui. Partnership of 101 off 98. Fantastic. And it appears to be a match-winning partnership. Savour the glory. It's down leg side, and that's 4 more. Great shot. Takes into 84. And if he just stays on the ball and waits for the loose delivery, he might even pick up his 100. He's got to 84. He only needs 16 more. But he won't.
They've got 10 runs to win. Work out the permutations as to how you could get the 100.
I just want 100 for him. That's for keeping your mind on the job, Bruce. Need 10 from 52 deliveries. Look at that. Lovely technique. Oh dear. It's been a long day, and it's going to be a great day for Bangladesh cricket, because they came back, as we said, from Australia with their tails between their legs. It was a shocking series for them. They didn't show too much spirit, but they've turned this around today, and I'm very happy for that young man. Good head on his shoulders. 84. He's batting at a strike rate of 65. Yeah, that's good.
And more importantly, I think there were a few eyebrows raised as to whether this new look side could match up to it. But I think they've done wonderfully well and proven without any doubt that opportunity is what is so important. And wearing your country's cap, wearing it with pride, playing for your country is so important. The tour schedule, second ODI and in Dhaka on the 11th, the Brackbank series, and the third one in Chittagong. So the New Zealanders will have a lot of work to do. They come here with a purpose, but the thoughts of a 3-0 ODI victory has been thrown out of the window by the Bangladeshis.
And this is also a fantastic, well, they will win this, but for the Brackbank. It's come in as sponsors, and it'll be terrific for them as well. That they stood up, sponsored the series, and it looks like they're going to have a win first up. So congratulations to them, Brackbank, for sponsoring this series 2008. It was a late call to play this tournament. The next match on Saturday here at the same stadium here in Dhaka, and it'll be packed, I reckon, after they win this. .192 for 2.
Yes, you could see sort of an element of relaxation in Siddiqui. That smile was never there throughout this innings. It was grim determination. They just need 10 runs to win from 48 balls, and there's no doubt that everyone in this stand, everyone watching this game would be hoping that Siddiqui will be there with his captain at the end to try and take Bangladesh to this historic victory.
Required for glory and go one up in this 3-match Bank series. Ashraful, fantastic innings from him, 57 so far from just 49 deliveries without being silly at all. Just played some really lovely cricket shots, and even when he's decided to go over the top, it's been controlled. And that's all he has to do to become a superstar, I think. He has that much ability.
Absolutely. I think I've always maintained that he is one cricketer that I would pay to watch. And he's done himself justice. So he just can't afford to play those 30s, 40s. He needs to play those big innings, the 100s, the 200s, to try and make himself known as a great player. And sort of enhance those averages of his, which are very, very ordinary at the moment, far below the potential and promise he has.
Well, the idea was right. There was no one behind square at point, and if the ball is wide, hit it square. Tamim Iqbal could think about that as well. When the ball is wider, he slashes at it and tries to hit it straight rather than hitting it square. If the ball's straight, hit it straight. Keep it that simple. If it goes square, hit it square. You actually learn to hit the ball where it's supposed to go. There are times when you have to improvise, of course, when the situation calls for it. In this situation where they needed just over 4 and over to win right from the start, this is all they had to do, and they've done it very well, Ranjit.
On the other hand, I think New Zealand, from the point they lost the toss, nothing really has gone their way too much. Lost those wickets, and once you lose wickets in a heap, particularly your top order batting, then to recover out of it and get a sizable total is always difficult. They did well to try and contain Bangladesh at the initial stages, but this partnership has taken it away from them. More runs.
Eight to win. Oh, Jamie Siddons, this will be very good for him also. It's been a very frustrating time for him. He was an attacking batsman himself. He was one of the best players never to play much for Australia. And made a lot of runs in the Sheffield Shield series, first-class cricket in Australia. A lot of people thought he should have played for Australia. But he took on a coaching role, got qualified and came, and it's been a bit of a nightmare for him. Probably very frustrating for him because he can see all this talent, this great pool of talent, but it's a different psyche, Australia, to these subcontinent countries, Asia, what have you. So there's got to be some subtle changes made, and it's happening today for him. I'm very happy for him as well.
43 overs bowled, 194 for 2.
Oops, it's in the air, and unfortunately for him, he's tried to turn on the leg side, got a leading edge, and Siddiqui is gone. Caught by Dale Oram, but a fantastic knock from him.
Yes, I think a rare mistake by Siddiqui. He looked to work that on the onside, turned the face a little too early. Again, the bounce. He has not been too comfortable with the shortish delivery, been very comfortable with the one that has been pitched up, and this time a leading edge going to Oram. But he's done all the good work, and I think he's seen Bangladesh on the verge of victory. He's gone for 85, 194 for 3.
Shakib Al Hassan, age 21, still a young bloke. 52 matches he's played at the age of 21. That's fantastic. An average of 32.3, strike rate of 68, best of 134 not out. But he's come in now. They just need 8 to win. And if I was him, I'd drop it and run and get the captain on strike. Hopefully not run him out. Now have a look at this. He sort of ducked his head, went to duck his head, and then found that it wasn't rising on him.
Yes,
he has. He's gone over the top. It hasn't carried to that man out there. He's looking for it. This is very good cricket. These guys, these one-day international players, are out there to entertain the crowd. There's a good crowd is in. There'll be a lot of people watching this on television all around the world. And so it'll be good for him if he can bring up a boundary for victory. 4 to win. And Shakib Al Hassan is on strike. I'd love to see him just drop it and run. There's plenty of opportunities there for a single now if he just drops it at his feet and gives his skipper the opportunity. He'll pick up 2 here at least. But I think the captain will be saying, look, if it's there, put it away, don't worry about me. This will be a magnificent moment for our country. Yes. That could be a wide, yes, down leg side, coming around the wicket and the angle, going down leg side. So they've tied it. They're pretty happy. They really can't lose it from here, Ranjit. They can only win it.
Absolutely, they just can't lose. In fact, even on a Duckworth Lewis, if the rains come down, they would still win.
Look at him, look at him. Oh, down the leg side, and there it is. Wonderful victory for Bangladesh. There's the skipper who's pinching the stumps, and why wouldn't he?
Yes, he would like to have as many souvenirs as possible, as this is Bangladesh's first win.
Very aggressive left-hander. Have a look at his figures there. Healthy average. Ravi Rampal will start things off for the West Indies. Looking at the pitch this morning, Shamim, I can't agree with Darren Sammy more. It looks a little like it has a little bit more give than the first one, which was a much harder pitch. It may just be a little bit of, I reckon, a bit of grip and maybe some seam movement for the bowlers early on. We saw the ball as well in the morning on the first